Yes, friends, the new Turbo Ginsu! Woohoo! It dices, it slices, and yet makes French fries in 3 different... Whoops!
Wins. Flawless victory.
What is going on, heroes and villains? It is I, Shuby, and if you're wondering why I did that little birthday cake thing up in the beginning, it's because my birthday is coming up in just a few days. So wish me happy birthday, would you? Anyway, the Summer Heat Skin Pack is here. Here and now. It says the Summer Heat Skin Pack is available now. Kick back and have fun with endless summer Kitana, fireworks, Erron Black, and off the bone Baraka. There, I could read. But as I went into the store just to see if I could purchase it in here, I noticed something. Robocop's announcer voice is purchasable for the next week, right? And it costs 1,000 time crystals. I do have plenty to be able to purchase it, so we will be looking at the character select screen and stuff like that after we look at the new skins. Now, if you don't remember how to do that, like to assign that announcer, you go into the options, go into the audio section, you go down to announcer voice, which is at the very bottom, you move it over to Robocop, and you save your changes. So if you need to know how to download this skin pack and you have Aftermath, if you go to the XMB on the PlayStation, sorry I do not have an Xbox, you go down to the PlayStation Store section, you will see the Mortal Kombat Summer Heat skin pack in there, and it should be free if you have Aftermath. So now let's take a look at some of these characters. First, we're going to look at Baraka. Now, Baraka's arm blades I think are really cool. It's kind of like twisted marble bread. I like it personally. It just looks a lot different than some of these other ones, so I'm all on board for having something with a different aesthetic for Baraka. Now, at first, I was not happy about the chef hat, but it is kind of suiting. It is kind of goofy, but it works and it looks really good. Next, we have the banner. The banner is something we didn't get to see in that image released a couple of days ago. So now we can officially see it's like some hanging flesh on just a basic bar with rods. Now, if we look at the actual skins themselves, there are 6 per character. So Baraka got 6 new skins, or 1 new skin type with different palette swaps. But as you can see, this leathery friggin' outfit actually looks really good. He's got tattoos all over his arms, even some on his chest, and then his Tarkatan logo on the bust of it. And there's a big old slab of meat on there. If you look, there's like a, what are those prodding things? The branding irons. It's got a big old B on it for Baraka, or a bitch ass, because I'm going to stab your bitch ass. And then, yeah, I think it just, all in all, it looks pretty good. It's a good aesthetic. But as I was moving around, I noticed something kind of disturbing and disgusting. The banner moves around in such a gelatinous, middle-aged scrotum man way that it's disturbing, and I kind of love it. So next, let's move on to Erron Black. Erron Black's new gear piece is called the Minuteman, and it's very patriotic. Now, the mouth guard piece, face mask, whatever, quarantine, COVID-19, you know what I'm saying? It actually looks pretty good. It's very ornate. It's kind of fancy. His whole Uncle Sam vibe that he's going to be getting from this. And I just noticed there's a San Antonio rifle. I'm from there, baby. I got to unlock that. I don't even use them, but I got to unlock it. This rifle, Plymouth, looks pretty good. It's very simplistic. No scopes on it or anything. But it is very ornate. All in all, this stuff is if I was still playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I would want all of this stuff for, my Arthur Morgan. And now we move on to the pistol, the revolver. It's very simplistic. It's like file and drum or something like that. But it's super old school looking. You could find a 22 revolver nowadays that's almost verbatim that. It almost looks like a toy cap gun in the same sense, because the barrel just kind of stops. So once again, we have 6 new skins, and you can see this very patriotic, very Uncle Sam looking skin for Erron Black. Very suiting for a 4th of July. I have a feeling the skin pack was meant to come out a little bit beforehand, but you know how COVID do. So as we can cycle through some of these, some of them actually look really cool, even if you're not patriotic towards the United States. Some of them look really good, like this black and red one here. So you're not just rocking the red, white, and blue. The black and purple, I'm not even seeing any patriotism in that. That just looks good. So now we move on to look at Kitana's stuff. And Kitana's mask, it's called Sunshade. It's very simplistic, but elegant, and it's got those, like, wind waves. And of course my neighbor's gonna be doing all sorts of, like, wood cutting and mowing their lawn right now. But it's very simplistic. The pattern on the mask is actually the same as the one on her Tropical Breeze war fans that we get with this skin pack as well. At first I thought they were, like, you know, Japanese-style waves, but it makes more sense for it to actually be wind. But nonetheless, it is pretty nice looking. So let's move on to the size, which is going to be called Points Break, which I'm sure is some kind of reference to Keanu Reeves / Patrick Swayze. And as you can see, it's really bulky in the handle and a lot thinner at the blade itself. It is ornate, but simplistic in the same sense. I think I use ornate and simplistic so many times when I describe some of these things. But her skins really stand out. That hat looks amazing. She's showing the right amount of gams to be all classy and fancy at the same time. But this is a very Lee May-esque looking skin, and I like how you can see the top of her head with this like hat and that whole ribbon coming down. It looks nice, and these skins have some really bright and vibrant colors in them, which is nice as well, and it makes the fan stand out even more, especially like with this orange one here. Now I think any Kitana fan is going to be pretty happy with this skin. I'm going to go ahead and say it, that Kitana has won this skin pack, this Summer Heat skin pack. So now let's go back into looking at Robocop as the voiceover or announcer. And I'm going to be quiet for a little bit so y'all can just hear him go through some of these characters' names.
Raiden, Jackie Briggs, Sub-Zero, Spawn, Jax, Cassie Cage, Sonya Blade, Johnny Cage, the Joker, Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, Frost, Nightwolf, Sindel.
So, as you can see, all he does is just say their name. It's not like the Joker or Johnny Cage where he has various names or unique names for the character, and when you select him at different times, you know, he says different things. But something I did notice that I thought was rather ironic, Robocop does not say his own name. It is the only character within the roster that he's just dead silent when you select the character. So maybe something they'll fix in the future, or maybe Robocop never said Robocop and they couldn't just grab it and move it over to the announcer. But anyway, I'm sure they're going to fix that sometime soon. So I wouldn't worry about him not saying Robocop for too long. I'm sure, like I said, they're going to fix that. Now, we did have a big update today, and it wasn't just for the skin pack and the Robocop announcer voice, but they actually tweaked a lot of the requirements, some of the more asinine, ridiculous requirements for a lot of the characters in the roster for their brutalities, so it makes them a lot easier to do. I will leave a link in the description and probably the pinned comment, so y'all can check out those patch notes and see if your character got adjusted for some of their brutalities, so we can start seeing some of the more rare brutalities that just never happen to pop off. Like I said before, it is my birthday. It's going to be on the 10th. I am on PlayStation. I will be creating a room online called My Birthday on the 10th, so I do hope to see some of y'all there willing to fight me. I would greatly appreciate that, almost as much as if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe if you find it, you know, worthy of your subscription. Once again, I'm Shuby. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the aftermath.
That